in the United States has increased engagement among NFL fans. Are you seeing that internationally as well, where there is legal sports betting, that it helps you grow your brand?
Some. I mean, I think as a challenger brand, in some of those countries, we don't show up as a sport that people are betting on. And so that's, again, another opportunity for us in those countries where maybe we're not one of the top three sports that people bet on. And so that's an opportunity for us for sure.
I know that the NFL cleared $23 billion last year, and that there's a $416 million distribution now for the teams. That's up almost 9% from last year. But is that growth going to be challenged in the next year or the years to come?
Well, I think as we look about it, the great news is that there's demand, growing demand for the content, right? As you look at our consumption year over year, we hit records with viewership with the Super Bowl, with our playoffs this year. It continues to grow despite challenges in the media environment and traditional TV landscape. We also have 11-year media contracts, and which is great. And we strategically, before my time at the NFL, negotiated 7-year outs. And so as we think about that, we're certainly looking at the environment. We're certainly looking at the outcome of the NBA media rights deal, which was very successful for them. And looking, we're going to be mindful and thoughtful as we look at those 7-year outs. They were strategic for us, and we're going to take a hard look at that.
If we were sitting here 5 years from now, and I was asking you to describe the growth of the NFL, Rainey, what would have been, what do you predict would be the single most transformative factor for the NFL in the next 5 years?
Well, in the next 5 years, I think that we will be serving fans across the globe in a way that we never imagined. I think that we have audacious goals. I think that we're really bold, but I think we will surprise ourselves as we go into these countries and they are introduced to our game that is so unifying, that does bring people together. And I think that we will, even though we are never complacent and we are always pushing to succeed, I think we will exceed our expectations.
What do you think, Christine?
I think global growth. I think if we can 5 years from now, and by the way, I think we all fully recognize it's going to take a lot more longer than 5 years to really be a prominent global sport. But I think if we have moved the needle in a very meaningful way as it relates to engaging with fans around the world and getting them to learn and love and know our game, that will be transformative.
Can I just say what a pleasure it's been for me to sit with the women of the NFL? Thank you both for joining me today.